What's up everyone? Welcome back to my First Star School YouTube channel, and in today's lesson we are continue working on this task application using the GetX package. In the last lesson we have finished adding new to-do item to specific task, and also we finished listing out all the doing items. We are also able to click this checkbox, move the doing to do to done to do. So for example, I can click this right block. The progress indicator will show it finished all the to do item inside this work task. Right? Again, back to the home page. If we don't have any to do item inside this task, it will show this image with the add task on the bottom. So in today's lesson, we are going to implement the done list, and also we are able to remove done to do by swap it from right to left. Okay, if you are new to my channel, feel free to reach out to my channel page and you will find previous lesson on Flutter app from scratch tutorial, and also I have created Flutter UI from scratch tutorial, Flutter GetX tutorial, Flutter widget tutorial, and Dart programming language tutorial for beginners. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, sum up my content, and open a notification so you won't miss out the latest Flutter tutorial. Okay, without further ado, let's get started. So first, let's open our Visual Studio Code and start our iOS emulator. And we are going to implement this done list in this lesson. So let's create a stateless widget. I'm going to call it done list. Then import the library and make this key annullable. And first we're going to find our home controller using get.find. We specific the home controller. Then we need to import the library for our home controller and the GetX package. Then we can remove these constant keyword for the constructor. And then instead returning this container, we're going to return the objects. So inside the objects, we will list out all the done to do, right? We will first check the home controller dot done to do's dot is not empty. So first we're going to ask if it's not empty. If it's not empty, we will use the list view to list out all our done to do's. Otherwise, we can return the empty container. Okay. So inside this list view, first we're going to specify this string wrap to true, and then the physics we're going to set constant damping scroll physics. And for the children, we're going to display the text of each individual done to do's, right? So we could using a text widget. So first, let's check out our design file. I think we need to display this text widget and show how many done tasks, and then we could list out all the done to do, right? So back to the Visual Studio Code, and we're going to write up these text widget first. So for the text widget, let's implement completed. going to say we complete home controller dot done to do dot then. Okay, and you will get back the total length of our done to do's, and we can file it using the style attribute. So we could choose a text style, and we're going to change the font size, and then we change the color. I'm going to use the gray color. So for this font size, we're going to import our extension .dar. So let's save it. In order to see our done list, we're going to import the done list on this view.dar inside our detail folder. So let's scroll down. After doing list, we're going to import our done list as well. So let's import the library. Okay, and save it. You can see now we have one completed to-do item. So after this completed text, we're going to list out all the to-do, right? So that's using the home controller dot done to-dos dot map. So inside this map function, we will return our title. So we could using a row widget. We have children attribute, and inside this children attribute, we will have a size box, width set to 20, and height set to 20 as well. Also, the child would be our icons dot done. Right, this is our first child inside this row widget. Okay, so next will be our text widget. We're going to using the element dot title. Okay, and going to change the overflow using text overflow eclipse, and another one is the style. So we're using text style. So for the text style, we're going to change it is decoration. We were using text decoration dot line through. Okay, and save it. Okay, I guess we may have some typo in our controller. So let's back to controller.dar, and in this done to do, we have this typo, should be title. So let's change it to title, and let's save it. So it's better to delete this entire personal task. So let's delete. So for this one, I'm going to delete it as well. So we're going to create our personal task type, right? And also we're going to create our work task type, and then we're going to create our first task would be create a video, and another one would be write blog. We can mark one as done, so which is this create video. So when I click it, you will see this create video will show on our done list. And let's back to our done list. We're going to style it a little bit. So first, let's make it constant for our text style. And for these row widget, it's better to give it padding. So let's change the padding to edge inset dot symmetric, and we're going to give it a vertical 3 weight point. The horizontal would be 9 weight point. Okay, so let's save it. And I think the same for our first text widget. So we're going to wrap it with our padding widget. So we're going to give it the padding using the symmetric. So for the vertical, we will give it 2 weight point, and for the horizontal, I'm going to give it 5 weight point. Okay, let's save it. So now it looks much better than before, but we're going to style the DAM list a little bit further. For the individual DAM item, we're going to give it padding as well. So let's wrap with our padding widget. Remove these constant keyword, and we're using the symmetric. We will give it horizontal 4 weight point. So let's save it. Now it looks more like our design file. Okay, so we could change our icon to blue. So back to our slice box. I think we could change the color to a blue color. So we're going to import library for our blue color and save it. We could try mark these right block to done as well. So by click this checkbox, it will show on our completed task, and the total progress indicator will point to the end. Next, I'm going to implement sliding delete our done to do item. Right? So we're going to wrap this entire done item with another widget, which is dismissible. So for this dismissible, we're going to assign the key. So we're using the object key, and we'll pass this element. Should be dismissible. Okay. Another one would be the direction. So we're going to implement the direction is from end to start. This means direction would be end to start. So let's save it. And then I'm going to implement this on dismissed method. We will call our home controller dot delete done to do, right? And then pass this title, admin type. I'm going to leave it for now, and we will implement it later. So next will be our background. So the background, change it to the container. So inside container, we'll change the color. We're using colors.red with capacity set to 0.8, and then we change the alignment. Align center right for it is child, and we're using this constant icons.delete, right? And color change to white. So let's first create this delete done to do method. Okay, and then we can save these done list.dar, and also we need to save these controller.dar to be a void, and we could receive the string of the title. Okay, let's save. And now we could try by sliding this done list. You will see we will show this icon, and also we could remove it. So for now we just remove, but for this method we are not doing anything. So when we go back and click it again, it's still there, you know. We will implement it later. So but first let's give these delete icon some padding. So we'll wrap with our padding widget. We'll use this only edge inset only. So we will assign right would be 5 breakpoint. Okay, so let's save it. So now when you sliding this done item, you'll see we have this delete icon. Okay, so let's implement this delete done to do. So actually I think we could just pass this entire map, right? So let's save it. So we could receive these done to do. It's a dynamic type. Okay, and so first we're going to find the index for this time to do start index where. So we'll check. We're using this map equal string dynamic, and so we have element, we have done to do, and then so first we're going to find the index of the item I'm trying to delete, and then we could using this time to do start remove add. And then call done to do dot refresh. Okay, so let's save it. Let's test it. So first I'm going to delete this create video inside our done list. So just careful watch this total number of to-do items inside our personal task, right? So I'm going to delete this one. Then you will see the total number of to-do items inside this personal task type will decrease to 1. And when I hit this go back button, our home page also change. I think it works. So next I'm going to change this progress indicator in our home page. I want it also change dynamically. So before we changing this progress indicator, let's go back to this controller.dar inside this home folder. So we're going to implement two helper method. So one is check if the to do is empty. Okay, so I'm going to return. So we will receive the task. We're going to return task.todos task.todos is empty. Okay. Another helper method, we're going to get the total number of done to do. Also, we will need this task object. So first we'll create a variable which store the result. Then we will have this for loop. If task dot to do and then we will return our result. Okay, so let's save it, and then we will jump into this task card.dar, and we're going to scroll down. In here we have this comment. We're going to change it after we finish the to-do operation. So now we could try to change it. So first we're going to using home controller dot is to do empties, right? And we will pass our task. Okay. If it's no empty, we're going to list out the item inside. So otherwise we just return 1, because these total steps should not be less than 0. So otherwise we just show the end of the to-dos, right? For the currently step, it's also we're going to first check if the to-dos empty. If it's empty, we could just display the name. Otherwise, we're going to use this home controller dot get done to do. Okay, so let's save it. After we save the code, the progress indicator for our home page will immediately take effect. So for our personal task type, we have 1 to-do item, and we finished that, and you see it will reach out 100%. So you see in our home page it also point to the end. So let's create one more. So I'm going to create a video. I'm going to add these to do to the doing list, and then this progress indicator only reached to 50%. So back to our home page, and you see the progress indicator on the home page also the same as it show in this detail. Let's test it with the other task type. So for this work task, I'm going to add something like write block and create this doing to do and mark it as done. So back to the home page, you see this progress indicator will point to the end because we finished the only one task inside our works task type. We could try delete these complete item. Okay, by slide from right to left, we remove the done item in our done list. So back to the home, you see this progress indicator will gone because we don't have any task associated with this work type. So the next video will be our last video of this series, and I'm going to implement this report page for our task to do app. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, sum up my content, and open the notification so you won't miss out the latest Flutter tutorial. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you for watching. I will see you in next video.